Is that so? What would your advice be towards people who want to make a real estate investment and who are waiting to make their first investment, to all the beginners out there?
Um, I look at it as a numbers game, right? If you can make the monthly payment, like it's how much can you bear? Like what are you going to buy? What's the monthly payment? What can you afford? And like how much are you going to uh, like how much is your quality of life going to change based on that, right?
Hmm.
Because like it depends. Like, are you looking to move in or is it an investment property? Because now is a great time for investment properties with the amount of people we have. The houses are like. I'll give you a real example that happened last week. A friend of mine bought a house, listed the house for rent, and within a day, it got rented. There was pretty much there was 4 bedrooms that he was
Uh-huh.
renting out, and
Okay.
there was about 20 people that came to see the place within one day.
Wow.
So
Okay.
that's the state of the market. And
Not.
and yeah, like people are buying houses and renting it out and they're making good money. They're making the house is paying for itself and they're appreciating in their value. So it's all a numbers game. Can like how much is the rent coming in? How much is the mortgage and the maintenance and all that? And what's the cash flow? Is it positive, negative? If it's negative, can you afford the difference? Right. And if those numbers make sense, I'd say buy it. Like don't even think about waiting. Just go for it.
Okay. And ideally, you want to have. Is your friend having like positive cash flow, or do you know about it? Ideally, you
They're
would like to have the rent plus profit, so it covers puts it in positive cash flow, right?
it's very hard to get houses that are positively cash flowing these days because of the high mortgage, but that doesn't mean it's not possible. So like in this case, they have 4 bedrooms and they have a finished basement. So altogether, I think their house is positively cash flowing um, because it's in a pretty good neighborhood and they're they were able to secure a good mortgage rate as well. So like I think um, overall, I think even to be honest, even if it's not positively cash flowing, let's just say you're losing money, like maybe 300-400 a month. You got to look at the long term gains because the property value is going to rise. Like I'm talking about 20 years, right? Like it's going to rise by several thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, like for sure, right? So even if you're sucking up a $500 loss a month for let's say 20 years, the appreciation alone is going to outscale that. So if you can afford that
Mm.
negative cash flow, like it's still a good investment.
It's like a startup burning through capital in
Yeah,
the first
pretty
few
much.
years. The
Yeah.
burn rate. Got it.
And then there's also things you can art like you can do to boost the property value, like renovations or you can just even like a makeover, like a repainting or whatever can because
Wow.
like I said, it's
Uh-huh.
people will pay what they think it's worth, right? So if a
Yeah.
freshly painted house is something that someone appreciates, then they might pay more
Mm.
for it, right? So
Mm. So, what would be a good interest rate?
I don't know if there's like a number that's like we should target. Like it goes back to like the whole picture, right?
Mm.
Whatever the interest rate you're getting, can you afford it in terms of are you able to make the payments? Are you able to like is it going to be an impact to everything else, or is it going to be a comfortable situation where like I said, if you're renting it out, can you absorb that difference? All right. It doesn't matter what the interest rate is. Like the only thing that
Mhm.
matters to you is how much money is coming in, how much is going out, and what's like the damage to you, right?
Okay, and how would you predict the increase in the value of the property 20 years from now? How would you make a more accurate prediction? And how would you justify the burn every month?
You can look at trends, but honestly, it's not like realistic to say it's gonna be around this ballpark number because
Okay.
you never know what's gonna happen. Like, what
Mm,
if 2 years from now we get another COVID, right? And then the prices go up
mm,
again, right? Like it doesn't we don't
mm,
know. Or what if 2 years from now, maybe, I don't know, there's a chemical leak and then the whole area is now inhabitable, so all the prices go down, right? So we
mm.
don't know what like but you can look at the projections, it's going to appreciate over time because even if the crash happens, they rebound. So you just have to, it's a waiting game at that point. You hold until it rebounds and the prices catch up again to what the market, right?
Hmm. So you look at the historical data and make an approximate prediction that it would be X amount of dollars 20 years from now or 30 years from now. and you try to add it
Yeah.
up with the
You
monthly
can
payment.
make projections, but like I wouldn't put like too much stake in how accurate those projections are going to be. Because the other part that people are going to fall into the trap of is they think it's just going to be a linear like curve or sorry like a appreciation where it's just going to keep going up and up and up and up, right? But there is going to be a plateau at certain points.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
each commodity is going to plateau at one level or another level, right? So maybe like it goes up really fast by 300,000 and then just stays there for the next 10 years where it's not really going up too much, right?
Okay.